Welcome to Conversations with Kenya. It's your girl, Coach K, your life do-over advocate, your purpose Lamar's instructor, and I am a hope dealer. I know. It's Tuesday, and I'm in the studio, but hey, I'm in here for a very special reason, a very special episode, and I am so excited to be here. I missed you guys last week. I skipped out on you again. I did that. But guess what? This is what happens when you skip out. You get special guests in the house. Yeah, I'm sitting here with the amazing, and I say amazing. She probably don't like when people be saying all that stuff. She really is a very humble person. I've learned that just in the couple of weeks I've known her. But this is what I've been saying about her. She's a bad mama jamma, y'all. Like she's a bad mama jamma, and here's why. You guys know that my platform is to educate, empower, uplift, and give a platform to those who have been criminally impacted, who are either formerly incarcerated or they are returning citizens. Y'all know those my people. This my lane. This my thing, and it's what I love do. Creating a space so that we can educate, we can inspire, we can uplift. And so tonight in the studio, yes. It has been a long day, so y'all forgive me. We may be a little slow, but we here up in here. I have the amazing, phenomenal Miss Tanaine Jenkins, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, welcome. I'm so grateful, y'all, because she is a busy woman and she's all over the place doing things, but doing big things and great things. And here's the thing, she's just not out there running around being busy. She out there making a difference, impacting. And I'm grateful for the connect. I'm grateful to have her sitting here. I'm really grateful, y'all, to have her in the amazing St. Petersburg, Florida. We call it the bird. She's up in here, and I'm gonna let her tell you guys a little bit about herself. Then we're gonna have a conversation.
First of all, let's start here. So on my way here today, let's back up. So I talked to Kenya and told her I was gonna be in St. Pete,
She did.
and she was like, "Well, you gonna be in my city? We gotta, link
Hook
up." And I
up.
was like, "Well, why don't we go to dinner?" And she was like, "Yeah." And
And
then you
did.
said, "I would love, for
To
my friends
couple
to
of
meet you." I
friends.
said, "Okay." Next thing I know, she got a whole flyer with me on the flyer saying an invite only dinner with. I was like, Kenya,
She
what are you
literally
doing?
did, y'all. She texted, she was like, really? You a
Right.
whole event, like for real? And I was like, girl, I
I
ain't
said I
bringing
thought we was just, what if I wanted to eat like a seafood boil, some
period. Ooh,
seafood
that
in the
would have been
bag,
good too. That would have been good.
sucking my fingers in front of
Oh, we wouldn't have
strangers.
cared. The ones that we had that they wouldn't have even cared. They would have been right with us.
I was like,
Well,
wow.
let me tell her why. Because, like, I wasn't bringing you to my city, man, and not roll out the red carpet. I wasn't
Uh,
gonna do it. Like, I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't going to just go and no, because I would have felt selfish keeping you to myself and not sharing you with those people that was in the room
oh, that's
tonight.
what we telling ourselves.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, so cool. And then on my way here, I get a text message that says, "What? I booked the studio,
Oh yes, I did.
but no pressure." When somebody say I booked the studio, but no pressure, what does that mean?
We
That's
going to the
automatic
studio.
pressure, right? It's like looks like I'll be in the studio doing a
She
podcast,
was like, I guess we going to the
right?
studio. Yeah.
No, but I appreciate you having me here. You want to have this conversation, but
Yeah.
I guess introducing myself. So I am the Florida State Organizer and the Director of the Florida Safety Coalition for the National Nonprofit Reform Alliance. Basically, we pass policy.
Period.
I am loving what I do. Like I told you before, this is not a job, it's
Right.
purpose. And I haven't worked a day since I took this position.
Mm.
And I love traveling the state of Florida, meeting people
Wow.
like
Wow.
you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
connecting and networking and all of the things. I also own a couple companies.
Yeah.
Everything I am is a organization that is geared toward helping those individuals who have spent time in prison find success in their second chance. And I own the lock line as well for you and your lock journey.
Come on now. Come on. Y'all heard it.
It's an apparel company.
Okay.
Strictly toward those who have locked hair.
My daughter has locks.
Oh, does she now?
Yeah.
You should get her a shirt.
I should. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, it's getting cold. Get a hoodie to them.
Oh, wow. Look. She's still advertising. I love it. I love it. I think we connected because Tanaine she saw what I was doing. She saw the work that I was doing. You guys know that follow me know that reentry is a big part of my life, and mainly because I have a son who has been incarcerated multiple times. I'd say my thing is I feel like I got thrust, but not in a bad way, but thrust into this lane, and not until probably the last 2 years that I did all of my life doing this make sense.
So a lot of people don't know what they don't know. And so when I did prison time. So I did 2 years, and then I did 8 years on probation. And when I came home, I didn't want to travel and speak about the stuff that I had done, the places that I had been that was bad. I didn't want to do any of that. But God said different.
Wow.
And so he shows us our purpose and then basically pushes us to go that way. So with your son and his story, you had to be his mouthpiece. So now you're his voice. And that's what this is why you're doing this now.
Wow. Did you see that message? Did you see the message I told you about the leadership thing?
Yes.
You saw, but last week that thing blessed me when you said what you're saying right now, that I am his voice, but how important, without me even knowing how important it was to include him in a decision I was making out here about reentry. Because for those of you that don't know, he's currently incarcerated, doing his 8th round of prison.
His eighth and last.
His 8th and last. Woo, I like that. His 8th and last. I don't think I said it like that before. His 8th and last. Oh, I received that. I received that. And so, yeah. All right. Back to the conversation. Y'all, it's going to be hard to have a regular conversation with this great woman, man. Like, she is such a blessing to me. We spent some time on a virtual call last week, and let's touch on that because I think it's important, because it shifted me in a way that I have not been shifted when it comes to the criminal justice system. I've never thought about it. I've never heard it. And this is when you could tell that somebody's really in their lane, really doing their thing, because the things that come out of their mouth penetrate you in such a way that it forces change, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So Tanaine said to me last week, we was just having a conversation, of course, because of what we both do. I don't do it on the level she do it, but we both in the trenches. I need her, she needs me. And so I kept using the word felon.
Yes, you did.
And I just, cause that what we say around here. And I kept using it. And she said, could you please stop? And I was like, stop what? He said, stop saying that.
Yeah.
Tell them why.
So we use people first language, because when you call someone a thing, sometimes they become that thing. It's just like calling the child stupid. Then they'll start thinking they're stupid. And if we continue to call a thing, that thing will always be that thing. So when we dehumanize individuals coming from the criminal justice system, we usually call them felons. We call them ex-cons or convicts. And when they're in prison, we call them inmates. And those terms dehumanize those individuals. It takes their identity. And when you take someone's identity from them, hope is also being taken. And I don't want to compare imprisonment to slavery, but you can absolutely find the parallels in that.
Absolutely.
Because when they brought the slaves over, they took their name and their religion, their culture, all the things.
Yes.
When they send someone to prison, they take their name and give them a DC number.
Call them inmate.
and call them inmate. So they're no longer who they used to be. So they take their identity from them. And as long as we call individuals who have been in prison felons and ex-cons and convicts, that's something that they'll always tend to answer to. And we have to learn as returning citizens, because that's what we say. We say returning citizens are justice involved individuals or justice impacted individuals. As a people, we have to stop answering to those things. So I'm not going to answer the felon because that's not my name.
Mm.
When we were in prison, I wouldn't even answer the inmate because that's not my name. And as
Wow.
long as we answer to that, that's still something we would identify as, and we can't do that. And those who are helping, are supposed to be helping this
Yeah.
population, should not refer to that population as inmate and ex-con and convict and felon.
And that's deep. And I'm gonna tell you, when I heard you say it like it I can tell you I haven't used it since, but it was like, man, well, what would go and I know what to say now, right? Return, and I use that a lot just because of some of the positions I've held since diving
Yeah.
deep into this industry, right? Returning citizens, and then even like Mr. Bailey has always used that term. I can't even tell you I've ever heard him use the word felon, and not like and I've been in many rooms with him, and it's always been returning citizens. And most of us just don't even see it that way or even think. And it reminds me of the reason you sit here, and I hadn't thought about this. It reminds me why it is. So I sit before you today, 36 years. Some people know it, a lot of people don't know it. 36 years clean from crack cocaine.
Okay.
36 years. Never relapsed, never went in a treatment center, never went, just made a decision 36 years ago. I don't do this no more.
I love it.
After 3 years of doing it and doing it for real, not for play. For real. To God be the glory.
Amen.
And so when I would go to, not even go, because I went to one, so here's the funny thing about God. When I made a decision, I was through, he sent me back home to Miami. 1989. Cocaine capital.
Yeah.
I
Why would
say,
you see
you
me down
funny.
here?
It's funny. Like, this is really
Got
funny.
jokes.
And so it like, and when I tell you, never even thought about doing it again, right? But I had a guy took me to a meeting, first meeting I ever been to, in a meeting. And in that meeting, they want you to stand up and say, my name is Ken, I'm I said, I'm not saying that. So that's what I knew then. And here's one of the things I teach, because I do support groups, right? But I say, no, I don't want to do the 12 steps. Because I don't want to fall under y'all guidelines. Because I don't want nobody standing up in a room with me saying my name is this. And to each his own. If it worked for you, work it. I'm not saying that. But life and death is in the power of the tongue. What we say, we will have. And so if you keep calling yourself that,
then that's what you will always identify. Like, we have to take our names back. And I was telling you.
Please share, please.
So I was telling you, I did a TED talk a couple years ago, and we practiced all the things. But when I hit that stage, and at the end of my TED, I took my name back and didn't realize how powerful that would be for me on that day. And I realized I think 9 years I had been home.
Wow.
9 years I had been home. Probably 10 that I had been home. I had never taken my name back. I was still carrying around my DC number. I was still J42433 deep down inside. And that day, I released J42433 and became Tanaine again. And I had no idea I needed to do that.
And I think most don't know that and not even just formerly incarcerated individuals, just individuals.
Period. Trauma. Like, as a child, if you grow up in a household and it's traumatic, and you may be emotionally, physically, or verbally abused, you carry that around with you
without even knowing
it. And if your mother or your father tell you you are nothing and will never be nothing,
carry that around with you,
then that's what you're going to carry. And some of us are strong enough to get over
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and some of
Some
us
of us
aren't.
are not. And so those of us that are,
Mm-hmm.
we are responsible for helping, like you helped me last week, and I'm hoping she helps some people that comes and watch this episode, because I'm telling you, man, I shifted. Like, and it was a major shift because I hadn't even thought about it that way. So it's just a reminder to me that life and death really is in the power of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be careful what we say in all arenas, not some.
Manifestation is real. Manifestation is it's in the Bible. One, like, write a vision, make
Period.
it plain. So you know that power and death is in that power.
Yes.
And I've manifested my life
Mm,
today
mm,
without a
mm.
doubt.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
because these, so Tanaine was talking about me and how I got her to come do it. Like, we used to go and have a sip of dinner. We end up at the Enoch Davis Center with a few people. But listen, because every conversation I've had with you has been so refreshing, so informative. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've grown because this is my lane, right? And I've grown every conversation I've had. I've learned something from you. And so I felt like I would be selfish if I brought her here and I didn't put her in front of some of those who I know is doing the same work I'm doing out here in the industry. So to be able to have a conversation about the things that are going on in the criminal justice, to have to be informed. And so you
Mm-hmm.
talked about over there some of the things that you do, some of the changes you've made, the policies.
Yes.
And so I want people to understand, a lot of us didn't even know as a reformer was before
Yeah.
you. I surely didn't. And I can tell you most of us in the room tonight didn't know. And so this is what the platform for, to educate,
Yes.
to help people understand, because I'm big on, and I just told Tanaine this, I'm big on put me in the game, coach. I am not, so I'm gonna share this real quick. So I tell my kids, because I love to dance. I'm a dancer. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
love to dance.
Are you now?
Yes.
Mm.
I mean, I used to teach dance fitness.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was talking to those women over there. I used to teach dance fitness. So this is a running joke, and I tell my kids, they think it's a joke, but it's really the truth. I tell them, had it not been for Jesus, I would have been a backup dancer. And somebody very like that, I would have probably pursued dancing, and I would have probably been in some of these videos. So they better be happy. They mama got saved, honey, cause baby, they would have.
It's like,
I'm
Lord,
just,
there go my mama again. There she
I'm
go.
just saying. So anyway, I don't know how we got there, but anyway, so I want you to help my platform, my
Mm-hmm.
viewers, understand the importance of knowing, of educating ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of us just, especially, you can't be in this lane, and it ain't for everybody, because I it ain't for everybody. Get in your lane, stay in your lane. But if you are feeling tugged, if you are feeling like I want to be doing more for
Mm-hmm.
returning citizens, share with us how we can be doing more.
So there are a lot of people that want to change the system. And I tell people, I don't want to change the system. I want to change the people that have the power to change the system.
Ooh, ooh,
And with that being said,
ooh, I like that.
you attacking the system, like, I'm the people reformer. I reform people. Yeah, I don't reform systems. So if I can find the right person,
Mm.
legislator, senator, councilman, or any of the things that can help
Ooh,
me to get to
ooh,
my
that's
goal,
deep.
then that's who I'm going to go after. I don't care who it is, whether they on this side of the aisle or the other. So when you're
Wow.
changing the heart of someone who has the power to change the system, that's when the system will change. And you have, prison abolish, people who want to abolish the prison system, all the things, and they're trying to go after the system. The system is just a thing. People created that thing. So go after the people that created the thing. And that's how you can change that. So
Mm.
it's chess, not checkers. It's strategic. And when I travel and I give presentations and people ask, well, I know this legislator won't do this, so should I just wait until he get out of office? I'll ask them, does he have any kids?
Mm.
Where they play sports? Go to their game. Sit next to them, have
Come on now.
conversations.
See what I mean, y'all? See, this is what I'm talking about.
What church do they go to? Do they listen to their pastor? Go talk to their pastor. Have the pastor talk to them. Where's their wife? Where's their husband? What they do? Go talk to them. I literally went to an event and talked to someone of interest spouse because they were speaking at the event. I'm gonna go to that event and I'm gonna be buddy with that individual so she can send a message to her husband so we can get this bill passed. It's about chess, strategic moves.
See what I'm saying, y'all?
That's
Every
what we
time
do.
I sit with this woman, because now in my, I'm like, okay, who I need to go? Who game I need to go to? Who wife I need to go? Who husband I need to? Who child I need to get to know?
And you could do that with city council people too. Like you
Yes.
could change laws at the lowest level. And if we change enough laws in the county and cities,
You can't help but change.
it can't help but change. Because if you change the laws like in a senator's district,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, well, my constituents, they don't want that. Yes, they do. Because that law has already been passed in your district.
Mm.
So you can't sit here and say your constituents don't want it because they helped pass it. Yeah.
This and here's my thing is that a lot of, and I can just speak for myself, a lot of it has been me not taking the time to educate myself enough to even speak on certain topics, sir. Because I feel like if you don't know, if I don't know anything about it, who am I to speak on it? But I am learning the importance of and I'm doing it more. I haven't always been in this mind frame, but I'm telling you, I'm doing it. That's why I want that phone over here. Because I knew it was gonna rain. I don't know how to turn it off. That's the Android. Oh, okay. So I knew that I understand. I understand the importance of educating myself. My thing is, and I guess I shouldn't allow that to be a issue for me about how few of us got that mindset. How few of us take that route to educate ourselves and learn the things that. So I guess the question is, how do we get more people to understand the importance of educating ourselves in these things with the policies, with the changes?
We have to meet people where they are.
Okay.
And a lot of times people will look at an issue and say, that's not my issue. Or that doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
When in reality, it affects everyone. In a certain neighborhood, their houses might be getting broken into and they're upset about that. And they want to send out all the people to jail. But if that person had the help or the resources that they actually needed, say a job that paid a living wage, or stable housing, then your neighborhood would be safer. And then on the other hand, you're looking at, why are we spending so much money of the taxpayers' dollars for jails and prisons? And you can again say, if they had the resources, a stable house and a job that paid a living wage, then they would stay out of your jails and prisons. So you can spin that both ways, but in order to make people care about a thing, you have to educate them on that thing. So what I found is beneficial is town halls and listening sessions.
Okay.
Like get the people together.
Yeah.
And when you have that conversation, people don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
So if you get people in the room
Yeah.
and you started telling them stuff they don't know,
Yeah.
then they'll begin to care.
That's something, because we can hold town halls about a whole lot of things.
Mm-hmm. People can't care about a thing they don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So yesterday I was sharing with you that I was in a room yesterday with it was Hillsborough Recovery Coalition for Professionals, right?
Mhm.
So everybody in the room was professionals,
I want to
but
be in that room.
someone invited to the two ladies that invited me didn't even show up. But when I tell you I have a meeting tomorrow from that room,
Mm-hmm.
it was powerful. I'm talking about doctors, pharmacists, everybody was in the room, and they were having conversations just like what they were saying here at the end of having the conversation they had with the panelists. Here's where we concluded at. Somebody raised their hand and say, hey, which is what I'm thinking right now. They say, hey, okay, we're in this room, we're talking about the changes that need to be made. Are y'all willing to hold a meeting with the people that's willing to show up out of this group here?
Mm-hmm.
It was probably, I'm gonna say at least 100 people in the room.
Wow.
Are y'all willing to hold a separate meeting outside of what you're doing here for the people that's willing to come together and go and make some noise? I was like, shut the front door.
It's about organizing. When you can organize a people, that's when change. You go to the Capitol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been on lobby days for some organizations? When I tell you some organizations storm that Capitol, they have 200-300 people out there. Wow. Because they care about an issue. And of course, we're more powerful in numbers. And if it's something that we really care about, we have to storm the Capitol.
Yeah, that's I'm really
Yeah. You got to make noise.
Yeah.
Some organizations take bus loads up there. They put them all on the bus, and baby, they go.
Yeah.
About an issue they care about.
Yeah.
You look at you.
Woo! I'm telling you, man, like this thing has really God is so strategic. And if we created in his image, that means we should be strategic, right? And I'm telling you this, so 2000, this is so crazy when I'm seeing my 2016, I met a man from Jacksonville. Did the man drive from Jacksonville? He was a pastor. I used to host big meetings in the city, 2015, 16. I used to bring major prophets and to the city, right?
Okay, prophetess.
Yeah, I did.
So I heard.
And so this guy came, and at that time he had the title of a prophet, and I met him watching somebody else. But I just, I was like, reach out. Let's see, that's what I told you when I did this whole. I just reached out. I was like, hey, I heard he was coming. No, this one here wasn't even coming this way. I just reached out. I was like, he needs to come to my city, and I reached out, and the man agreed. I was gonna pay for their flights and all, and he said, no, God told me to drive. He said, God told me to come, right? But here's what he did today. He came here. We never met. Everything I did was through his assistant. And he got here. We met at Starbucks to meet for the first time in person. Him, his wife, and his kids. And that man sat across from me at Starbucks. And he said, he told me about my administrative gift, which was on point. Like, is that because at that time, but then he said this. He said, I see you in politics. He said, but I don't see you in no one thing, like one, like, like he said, I don't see you in like I see legs and arms. And that morning I had for the first time sat, I think we sat next to each other, me and Charlie Chris, because the church I was attending, it was him and the pastor were good friends. And so I'm sitting here, I'm saying that to say this. And then several years ago, I started feeling this pull. And I'm saying all this to say that I'm sitting here across from a statewide reformer. Organizer.
Yeah.
No, I'm a reformer, y'all.
Yes,
Reformer.
you're a reformer.
This is the organ. It's just This is crazy to me. Like and I know that this is God.
And I'll say this, before I became an organizer, I didn't pay attention to politics at all. I couldn't stand it. Like, I was like, I don't care anything about that. But
Wow.
when I realized that the only way to change or bring the changes that I wanted to was through policy and through politics, I had to start paying attention. Because we got to figure out what they doing in our backyard. Not what they doing in DC.
DC. What they doing right here?
What they doing right here. Like what they're doing right here in Pinellas County. What they're doing in I'm from Duval, y'all. What they doing from Duval
Duval.
County. So we have to see what they're doing right here in our backyards. And that's where we can make the most impact.
Yeah.
There are counties that are out here passing, our counties and cities are passing laws and policies that affect us more so than what they're passing up in DC. So when we put the right people in the office that are closest to us, that's when we were like, okay, now we can get some things done.
Some things done. We can get some things done. This has been an amazing journey for me. And when I talk about, that's why I say God is so strategic, because like, how in the world would you find me? Except it was time for me to be found.
Oh, it's all in His timing.
Right. That's like how, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
You know how I found you, right, though?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I told you. You just don't listen.
The website or something.
No.
Okay.
So, F-Shep.
Who?
F-Shep. Florida.
Ooh. Oh.
I was about to say I'm gonna mess it up. Education project.
Yeah.
You're on there, like, who you're connected to them. And I was on a call with them, and I was on their website. I said, well, let me see who's like in this coalition or who's connected with them.
Wow.
And
wow.
You were one of them.
Wow.
And I was like, let me see what she got going on.
Wow.
And that is how I found you.
Wow. You did tell me that, but I ain't paying no attention because I don't know who that is. Is that Michael?
Yeah.
That's Michael.
Yeah, that's Michael.
And so that's, yeah. So
I'm always trying to look for organizations and people who are doing the work.
Yeah.
So we can build
together
an army. Yeah, exactly.
And that's so. Please, we're gonna take these. We got a few minutes left here, and I really want you to speak to that, because that's one of the biggest barriers for us, not just in this industry, but or in this in what who we work with and work for and fight for and give the voice to, but just I'm just have to say it, just us as a Black folk. That's how I feel, right? Just me talking, just me, my own person, my platforms, my podcast. I can say what I want to say. We struggle with coming together. We cannot do this thing, especially when you're talking about reentry. Especially when somebody shared with me recently that I think it was Sean Davis, the pre-release manager for Operation New Hope Save Pete. Okay. Shout out to Sean. I love you. He watched the podcast. Sean shared with me that there are over 2,000. The number was huge. Do you know the number of people being released from prison on a monthly and yearly, like
600,000 men and women come out of prison each and every year. Another 1.9 million cycle through the jails. Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? And
I think it's 2.7 now.
That is.
I think it's 2.7
so
million.
There's not one organization anywhere on the planet of Earth that can do this work by themselves.
1 in 69 people are on probation in this country. 1 in 69. And I know that because I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning doing a presentation, but I digress. So
talk to us about that, please.
I truly believe it's a trauma response. And I'll tell you why.
Wow.
Things have been taken from us all of our existence. So when someone comes in, we want to hold on as tight as we can to the things that we have and keep it close to our chest, and we don't want to share it because we're afraid of it being taken away. People don't know, but trauma is buried in our DNA.
I believe it.
It's buried in our DNA. Like our ancestors, we still have that trauma rooted in us. So when someone comes in and we feel threatened or we feel like they're going to take something, then we hold it and we don't want to work with them because we're afraid. And that's something that is deeply rooted that we have to dig up and uproot. Because with the Florida Safety Coalition, I have 75, 80 organizations, and I tell people all the time, who I work for, don't do what you do. We don't provide direct services. We pass policy. So when I have people coming to me and asking for certain things, I'm going to direct them because I am a connector of people.
Yes, yes.
Because you can't service these 2.7 million people who come out of jail every year by yourself.
No.
We have to, in order to truly make a difference, is the only way we can do it is stop working in silos. Because we do so much in silos that we're hurting others. And check this out. So say you get funding and you get a grant, and your grant is for a year. And then after that year, you reapply for the grant. There's no more funding for it. So now everyone that you've helped and continue to help, you can no longer help. But you don't want to share. You didn't want to connect with another organization who may have been a little bit more established than you, and that could have helped not just you, but the people you were serving.
Yes, ma'am.
You're doing them a disservice. But we don't look at it like that.
Wow.
Because we're just trying to save ourselves.
Yeah. I like that a lot. That's deep. That's deep. I've never looked at it that way. That made so much. I mean, that hit me when you said it. It's trauma. Every stuff has been taken from us for so long that we hold on to it.
Yeah.
And so I guess we really have to, not guess, I know, because it really takes, and I had this conversation with somebody earlier, you have to be intentional. Like growth don't just happen. Trauma don't just go away. You got to be intentional about doing the work. For that, you got to be intentional about getting healed and getting releasing that trauma so that you can help more people, so that you can be a blessing to more people. Because I'm because you could have found me and you could have had a conversation and be like, nah, she ain't her. But I believe we connected because we got so much, and we share a lot of the same passions and desires and things. And so I understand I'm a connector. That's why I had people in the room tonight, because I could have kept y'all to myself. They went to dinner and not shared you with anybody. But I knew it was important for some other people to be in that room and hear your voice, because they could probably hear it better from you than me. And then it makes them say, yeah, we need to connect with this. Yeah, we need to come together and create this listening session and get enough people in the room so we can have some hard conversations, so we can have some real conversations. So not that we just gonna have the conversations, but have the conversations that produce solutions.
Yes, because at the end of every conversation, there should be a call to action. Should be a call. Okay, so what we gonna do now?
Period.
This is what I need you to do. So that's when we take the reins. Like, okay, now I need you to do this. Whenever I go and talk, this is what I need you to do next. When I was in Alaska and talking about all the issues that they had, I'm not gonna give you no issue without a solution. That's not what I'm gonna do. That's stupid.
Plain old stupid.
Like, you gonna bring me all these issues without a solution? So their work, like they didn't have jobs. I said, well, do you have a coalition, like a second chance local business coalition or anything? They were like, no. I said, get one. That's your coalition. That's your call to action. Build a second chance hiring coalition. And I said, and then you'll be able to pull from that pool of jobs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
right now, y'all just searching.
Yeah.
Y'all just out here just willy-nilly.
Begging.
Right.
And I can't, I
You
like
got to
that.
put them all in one place.
I like it. I like it. I left transition out of Operation New Hope, and I've assisted more people in getting employed since I left than I did when I was there, because I'm able to, because I believe in getting in people's face. Don't tell me you on a list and you hire formerly incarcerated individuals and then they come and you take no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we don't do
So
that.
I go and I have hard conversation, and I don't sugarcoat it. I don't go in there tiptoeing. I go in there and be like, look, everybody I'm gonna send to you got a history.
Yep.
Are you going to hire them or not? Like, I'm not going to send them 5 people. And I've built in real relationship with real, but the ultimate goal is to create our own. It's the ultimate goal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sure. Man, this has been a really phenomenal day. I know you guys, tell them how to follow you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, y'all. You just give them your name, because they can find you by your name. That's it.
I am Tanaine Jenkins everywhere. I'm Tanaine Jenkins on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on IG.
Yes.
My website is TanaineJenkins.com.
Yes.
What else? I'm
go.
Googleable.
Yes.
I'm Googleable.
Yes. I love it. So go Google her, and connect with her. And if you are in Pinellas County, but especially the city of St. Pete, hit me up, because we getting behind the movement.
Yeah. Facts.
We getting behind the movement, and y'all gonna hear about us over here in the bird.
I need everybody.
You heard? She need everybody.
I need everybody.
Because how is we gonna change things? How we gonna make a difference if we keep just talking about? And I can tell you, she doing the work, y'all. She doing the work. She doing the work.
And I love the work that I do.
Yes, she do. Yes, she do. Thank you guys. It's your girl, Coach K, your life do-over advocate, your Purpose Lamar's instructor. I am a hope dealer, and I've learned that I'm sitting here with another hope dealer, because we deal hope, y'all.
I mean, that's the only thing I do.
Yeah. So you can catch this episode, production manager, tomorrow.
Thursday.
Thursday. Cause we don't have nothing else dropping, right? Yeah, so you can catch this episode Thursday, full episode. Check us out.
All right.
And then go follow my girl here. And you guys will be hearing so much more. It's your girl, and I'm out. See ya.